Hello everyone, we are doing another House of the Dragon video, and today we're going to go over House Strong and House Beesbury. They will be featured in the Game of Thrones prequel. We will go over the history and lore of the houses up to when House of the Dragon starts, so there won't be any spoilers for the show. But before that, remember to like the video, helps out the channel a lot, and subscribe, and yada yada yada, let's get to it. House Strong was founded during the Age of Heroes. The Age of Heroes is when many of the great houses were established. People like Bran the Builder, Lan the Clever, and Garth Greenhand were around during this time. There is a mystery to this era. Some people claim they are fairy tales, but many of the great houses pay some kind of homage to them. For example, the Starks always name a child Bran after their founder to honor him. It is not said specifically who founded House Strong, but they are from the Riverlands. When Aegon the Conqueror set his sights on the Riverlands as his next conquest, House Strong followed House Tully in supporting the Targaryens against Harrenhal, the King of the Isle and the Rivers. Harren had little love in the Riverlands because of his tyrannical rule. Harren was roasted alive in Harrenhal along with his sons, ending the house entirely. House Strong's seat at the time of House of the Dragon is at Harrenhal. Harrenhal is the largest castle in the Seven Kingdoms. The holdings of the castle are some of the richest in Westeros, claiming vast fertile land. Even though some of the castle is melted because of dragonfire, it is still quite the keep. House Strong's sigil is a tripartite, blue, red, and green on a white field. We do not know the words of the house. Their overlords are House Tully. House Strong has had multiple members of their house on the small council. Osmond Strong was the hand of the king for Aegon the Conqueror. A couple of Strongs have also been Kingsguard. During House of the Dragon, Lord Lionel Strong is on the small council as Master of Laws for King Jaehaerys Targaryen, and then his successor, King Viserys. The Master of Laws is the king's advisor relating to the administration of justice. Lionel was large and many thought he was a brute, but in reality, he was extremely intelligent. He studied at the Citadel, which is where maesters are trained, and he earned 6 links. He also knows a lot about the law. Lionel is the head of House Strong, and he has 2 sons and 2 daughters, all who he would bring with him to court. The daughters are unnamed in the books, so it's hard to say if we will see them in the show or not. But the sons are Sir Harwin Strong and Lars Strong. Sir Harwin, also known as Breakbones, is considered to be the strongest man in the Seven Kingdoms. Lars, his brother, on the other hand, wasn't like that. At birth, one of his feet was twisted and he walked with a limp for the rest of his life. People would refer to him as Lars the Clubfoot. He was described as cunning and quite smart, being a bit more like his father. He joined the Confessors when he got to King's Landing, which is basically the people who are in charge of torture for the king. House Beesbury was founded by Ellen Eversweet during the Dawn Age. The Dawn Age is when the first men crossed the land bridge from Essos to Westeros before it was destroyed by the Children of the Forest. Ellen Eversweet is supposedly the daughter of Garth Greenhand, the person who founded House Gardener. According to legend, Ellen loved honey so much that she found the king of the bees and made a pact with him to care for his children and their children and so on and so forth, becoming the first beekeepers. So basically, they really like bees. It is not said, but I would assume they are beekeepers and do sell honey. The seat of Beesbury is at Honeyholt. It sits along the Honeywine River, which is just north of Old Town. Their overlords are House Hightower, and they are part of the Reach. Their sigil is 3 yellow beehives on a black and yellow field. The words of the house are, "Beware our sting." During the House of the Dragon, Lyman Beesbury is the head of the house. He also sits on the small council as Master of Coin for King Jaehaerys Targaryen, and then his successor, King Viserys. The Master of Coin is the chief financial advisor for the king. Lyman does have a son, but we do not know his name, so he may or may not show up in the show. And that is about it for House Strong and House Beesbury. So what do you think? Are you excited to see these houses in the show? Leave it down in the comments below. And if you want more House of the Dragon content, please subscribe and like the video. Check out the Twitter link in the description below. And as always, have an awesome day.